So we got First Amendment podcast. Y'all know the deal.
What it is, what it ain't, you know?
Yes, sir. We got me, Andre, Napoleon, Sanders, and who we got over here?
You know what it is, man. It's K2 times, man. It's so nice you gotta say it twice. You did. If I did it once, I can do it 2 times.
All right, and then introduce yourself over here, Pete.
Yeah, it's Pete, owner of Mall of Detroit. That's coming through to kick it with these fellas.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about that. What's that?
So Mall of Detroit, it's basically a marketplace for anything black, any business, any creatives, such like, podcasts, web designers, graphic designers, actors, models, anything fashion, from real estate to automobile sales. We kind of do it all.
All right.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's
So
dope.
what is it? It's a online thing, like e-commerce.
Yeah, it's online e-commerce thing. I mean, our hopes is to eventually get a storefront. I wish we could have had enough money to buy Northland and keep it around, but you know.
Okay.
So if it was a storefront, what would that be? Like, what would be in it?
I mean, it's like your mall. Like anything that you would see in a mall is basically what we would have, but it'd just be everything would be owned by us, all black people.
That's
so,
dope. I like that. I like that a lot.
Okay, that's
what's up. So where do people shop at? Like, how do?
So they go on the website at www.mallofdetroit.com. And we still growing with our vendors that's coming to us and the people that we support. And so I mean, you just go in there, you see something you like. If it's something you want custom, you can always shoot us an email, and then we look at it and we try to get back to you as quick as possible. But me personally, I'm starting to step away from it a little bit because I'm trying to put a little bit other people in it to run it because I'm trying to do a lot more expansive.
Right.
I'm definitely trying to look for some people who just want to work, or whoever got the heart to push the dream as much as I do.
And that's the key. I know you always talk about it when you're trying to build something. You need a team behind you.
Right.
So I mean that's definitely important. Now you also got a clothing line.
Yep.
Explain that.
So the Blessed clothing line.
That's what you're working right now, right?
Yep. We just got the hats like literally 3 days ago, and then I mean people been seeing them, so I was gonna hold off on putting them up there, but so many people asked for them. I just went ahead and put it up there this weekend.
That's what's up. So you're moving it pretty well now.
Yeah, it's actually standing on its own feet now. So I mean I can go back to doing what I'm really trying to do, like working on my film projects and stuff like that on the side. But
so you got a lot going on.
Yeah, man. I try to keep my hands in a lot of stuff. Man. But this came about just from like going through so much within the last year. After you graduate, I don't know, everybody gets like that post-graduation depression. Like you come back home to the city and you just really trying to figure out what you're gonna do.
Right.
Really, your first instinct is to get a job, and then you get that job and you really don't want to be there. And then you leaving that, then it's like you still gotta figure out a way to feed yourself, especially if you ain't getting a refund check.
I
definitely gotta figure out a plan. So I mean, with like me just being able to quit my job as a teacher, the first teaching job I had, and I just went start pushing this, and I was able to sell a house, well 2 houses, started on clothing line, started my own business, and yeah, I mean, I'm just blessed, man.
Yeah, I feel it.
That's how I came about.
Sure, that makes sense. All right, period. And so you got your degree from CMU. That's what's up.
Yes, sir. Fire up chips.
Yeah. I feel I went to CMU too. Didn't graduate though. But dog, you seen that dude that's at the school shooting there. When was the last time you been there?
It's crazy. I was actually up there like 2 weekends ago, or the 18th, the weekend of the 18th. I was up there. So like, I mean, like I'm blessed that I wasn't up there during that, and I'm blessed that everybody that not too many people got hurt. It's an unfortunate situation. I mean, it's like it's really like you don't really know what you can say about it because I mean. You got to be on a different level to take your parents out, or it's just not enough people.
You got to be on some bullshit to take your parents out.
I mean, they must have been some bullshit to him. Like I can't understand like why? Because people know him. Like his brother. I seen a post that his brother put out saying that So it's like it was like
I haven't seen it.
It was just saying that like despite all that happened, like he still loved his brother. He still he's still on. he doesn't know what happened.
I probably let my brother if he still did some bullshit.
You said you probably would.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would.
Do. I mean, you know, life hard, man. You know, you doing like they say he was doing drugs or whatever the situation may be. They say the hospital may have let him out too early.
That's what I feel like. I feel like they downplayed him because he was in the hospital like I want to say like the day before or something, like the night before, and he was, I believe, probably was off drugs or whatever, but they just let him out. And it's like, you know, when it comes to black people with their mental illness, it's like, well, no, they just thugs and they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just giving them the proper, you know, treatment that they actually need, you know, before they pushed him out. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I think that definitely could have been prevented, but
yeah, I think it's just one of them things like, you know, that's why it's so important when you're on the campus or in the dorm, you gotta just kick it and talk to somebody, because you know, like just a simple conversation could have helped him out, or you never know, like, you know, he probably just was going through a lot of stuff and you know, folded under the pressure. But I mean, like I said, I can't really say what it really like.
Nobody really
like,
knows.
I don't know the story, man.
Right.
I just pray that, you know, whatever.
that he good.
Well, because when you know you realize what happened, like you ain't got your parents no more. That's tough to deal with.
Yeah. But my thing is, I just don't like that they deemed it as a school shooting.
Yeah, definitely a school shooting with an asterisk. Another asterisk, like we talked about with the other 18 other school shooters.
And it's not to belittle their deaths or say that it was insignificant or not.
Right.
But it wasn't like a mass shooting.
Right.
He wasn't targeting the actual.
I will say, you know, when it comes to that, I actually said that same thing. It's like the difference between when it's like a shooting with blacks and whites. You know, black people, even in the hood, they going for their target. They're not going to go shoot somebody, you know, that's just, they was mad at them one day. Like the whole class, people ain't got nothing to do with it. I mean, that's why, I said it's a horrible situation, but it could have been 10 times worse. Because they didn't even find him till like, 12 at night. So,
and then, the blessing of that is like they found him at 12, and luckily he didn't shoot like nobody else. Like he was at least hiding out and not just like.
Not luckily. Niggas really don't do shit like that. Like, that's not a nigga trait. To just be like, yo, fuck everybody, I'm fucked up, so I'm gonna fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, if I got beef with you, I got beef with you. This shit is personal, and let's get it over with. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to, let me just shoot some random niggas, but.
But then you do see what happened on it was on Finkel, that shooting. That dude, she shot like his girl,
But that was all personal.
But it wasn't personal to his mom, to her parents.
Well, I mean, shit, you birthed a foul ass lady, so.
Wait, so you know what happened?
No, not personally. You know
so I mean, did she do something foul to him?
Allegedly, what he, like, from what I heard, you know what I'm saying, he thought that his cousin got his girl pregnant, so he felt the way.
He thought, or it happened?
I mean, I don't know if the paternity test came back. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know the dog personally.
Right.
But from what I heard, that it was like, you know, he messing with a shorty. Shorty, you know, thought he was a ham. I'm paraphrasing, of course. Thought he was a ham, so she hollered at his cousins, gave his cousins some skins. Dog was mad. Thought the baby probably was his cousin's and not his. He just blew everybody from that. You know what I'm saying?
That's a sticky situation.
It's really some ham shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. You gotta call that what it is. That shit is lying.
It is. But people do that. Like
that's what
after a breakup, they get so emotional. Like the girl did them wrong, they did the girl wrong, whatever. And then they shoot her. They'll like expose all her pictures, like shit like that. That's like, it's like, why?
It's that. I think it's what it's like. That whole thing, when you playing with love and emotions, that's a dangerous game. You know, like some people don't know how to deal with that. Like they don't know how to deal with rejection or heartbreak, and like it's a lot of like, if you don't have like a male role model and stuff that's been there before, it's hard to do it on your own when you have nobody coaching you. So
100%.
A lot of people, you know, a lot of fellas out here, you know, I hate to say it, but I mean, a lot of dudes is just a lot softer these days. You know, it's like, some stuff you just gotta be you gotta have tougher skin. Like, you know, everybody walk around with the straps and everything, but like, as soon as a girl leave them or as soon as something don't go wrong, they just have like a breakdown and start tripping.
Blow their brains out or their girl brains out.
I don't understand that.
I don't either.
I don't understand it.
And it's such like we get so attached to like this, to the girl, but people have way different levels of attachment. Personally, I feel like the solution to this is to promote polygamy.
You said that's the solution.
That's the solution.
Like, explain that, man. What do you mean by that?
One dude with like 5 to 10 different girls.
But what if from the woman perspective, like what if it's like, you know what I'm saying, every nigga don't deserve five.
Well, yeah, every person don't, but I feel like it should be more openly accepted to the point where you ain't gotta go around like lying to your girl, be like saying you at your friend's house or naming different girls Pizza Hut and stuff like that. Like you can literally.
I honestly feel like that's in niggas' nature.
Yeah, exactly.
It's in dudes' nature to be polygamous.
Exactly, and that's why I'm saying like it should be more open to the point that we're not so attached to looking at. So we're not so attached to the point that if we lose our partner, we're like destroyed. You feel me?
I mean, I can see that, but at the same time, that's five. That's expensive.
I mean, at the
different girls, they got different works.
Not even that, but ladies, you gotta bring you know what I'm saying? You gotta bring something to the table too. You can't just be coming here just to get hit. You feel me? You gotta come with your job, you feel me? So now it's not just I'm taking care of 5 different people. It's like now I got 5 different incomes because I got 5 different shorties. You did.
That is true too. But
You know
I mean, that's a lot of quality time you gotta have too. You know, like, I mean, I'm all for just having just one person because it's like you trust one person a lot more than you can trust all them people. Like, you know, if you got 5 different women, you might not trust telling all 5 of them everything.
Well, that's. I mean, you definitely gonna have. I mean,
there's that too.
You definitely gonna have like the head of the household, but they all gonna have their own like I feel I want to say responsibilities somewhat. But that brings up that one thing you was talking about dudes looking up on their girls' phones.
Oh yeah, like so how y'all feel about that? Just just right on topic. How you feel about it?
To me, don't go looking for nothing you don't want to see. You feel me? Like you go looking through your girl phone, that really mean you insecure and you not doing your job. You know, it's like
100%.
It's just whack.
It's two sides to that coin.
Only time I say like that's something is like if you got like, you know, if you really feel like there's a reason that you need to, and by this point you pretty much already know, you just looking for confirmation. So like I can see if it's just like, all right, everything cool and like you tripping, but like usually when you tripping, you probably doing something dirty too. And I always look at it like if you can make time, she can make time too. So if you playing that game, you gotta be ready to get hurt. That's just how it go.
Well, honestly, I feel like on one token that's lame as hell. If you looking through your girl phone, you on some burger shit. You feel me? Like, cause what is you doing? Then on the second hand, I feel it cause it's like niggas is foul, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you up. Niggas is foul, and sometimes you look for the justification, like, well, I'm about to do this girl dirty, but I need to make sure she deserves to get So you would look just to be like, all right, when she texting the nigga, damn, I'm about to go fuck this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Even though that don't equate at all. But
right.
That's just in niggas' head though. That's like nigga logic. That okay, she on some bullshit, so let me be on some double bullshit. You feel me? So
that's the thing though, man. We gotta stop being like, you know, that whole eye for an eye thing when it comes to relationship.
You right.
Like, my whole method is just like, man, fuck it, I'm gonna just walk away from you, feel me? Like, it's too much energy. Neither one of us getting paid from this. We ain't going to the next level. We just pulling our own hair out for some dumb shit. Like, if it's that deep, we might as well just escape from each other and just keep it pushing.
In some situations, I'm not that mature. I'm not that mature to just be like.
We all had them times, you know?
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got some women is beneficial for certain stuff, you feel me? So it's like, well, she bring me food whenever, so I'm not about to just cut this off because I'm feeling the way. Like, you know, I might need some food on Tuesday and I'm mad on Sunday. So.
And that's why if you had polygamy,
you feel that's what I'm saying. So now that she tripping, or my thing with the polygamy is that, all right, let's say one motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, bitch get her period. Now you can't, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, well that's cool. Be in your
Wednesday girl is
period. I'm about to just go right down the hall. And, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? So and plus threesomes is way better than twosomes.
Right, so. and then look, so they do this in other countries. Like, I watched this video. This dude said he had like I want to say he had like 8 wives, and then he asked the Americans like, how many wives you got? Americans like 1. The dude started laughing. He laughed at this dude.
You like it.
So for me to say this is not like people gonna hear it and gonna be like, oh, sexist, a bunch of feminists gonna get mad. But I mean, it's practiced around the world.
Yeah, it's not like it's just.
Bro, feminists get mad at everything.
They do. So you can't please everybody. Somebody
especially
gonna get
feminists, bro.
Honestly,
they don't even like being called. They don't even like being called females, bro.
Yeah, that part I don't get.
Bro, I don't get that shit either.
It's like make up your mind. Like what do you want to be?
Female or bitch?
Is that the only options?
Second off, I think alright, woman too, but shit, they're probably mad at that too. Like,
I think with the whole female thing, like usually when a dude say it, that's really their alternative instead of saying bitch. So I think that's why they take it like don't call me female, whatever it is.
Bro, but if you get born, it's like literally female or male. Like,
yeah.
What are you mad at?
It's like they're just taking something and making it derogatory when it doesn't really have to be.
I mean, now they got this whole gender X thing, so
Bro, I think that shit is wild.
Yeah,
I think that's the wildest shit.
Ain't it like 50 or something like that?
50?
I don't know. That's
what do you mean?
Like 50 genders or something now?
No. It's you could.
It's a lot. It's a lot of trans stuff. I mean,
yeah, but I don't know. I hear like
you can just
like
identify as what you want to identify.
Yeah, I know. I don't get how it works though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't either. I'm not even trying to get into this.
I actually took a gender class, and when we was talking about that at Central, it's like that's when I learned there's so many different types, because it's like it's really what you personally identify yourself as. And I mean, that to me, that's I kind of like I get it, like people want to have their own identity, but at the same time I think people are reaching, like
period.
Like,
niggas be man.
You can't just up and say, okay, the black culture is cool, so I identify as black today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
then
look,
we like in the pits, you don't want to be there with us. You know what I mean? So
but look, talking about all that. So I'm talking to my cousin this week, right? And the topic came up like, well, if a nigga, this is what my cousin said. I didn't agree with it, you know what I'm saying? But like, if a nigga hit a transgender, she said that nigga not gay. What y'all niggas think though? Like, you know what I'm saying? They got titties, they got ass, you know what I'm saying? All that. But they still got a dick though.
That's a situation I never want to be in.
Bro, that's what I'm like, bro, I don't care about none of that. That shit gay.
Yeah, I can't look past, like, just being a product of society, I can't look past it.
I don't even think it's being a product of society, because
I mean, it is, because we're not open-minded enough to look at it a different way.
I mean, what other way is it? I mean, because what she was saying is that the only difference is between her and a regular woman is she got a dick. I'm like, that's the only I'm like, that's the only difference between every man and woman is that nigga has a dick.
It's like a major difference.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like what tip is you really on? You know what I'm saying? So, so what y'all niggas think?
I can't think of it as anything other than being gay.
I just your choice, man. That's the only way you can put it.
I feel like
that's your choice. Because
shit, if it quacks like a duck and look like a duck, it's a duck.
As long as it don't come my way, we good. You know, that's how I live it. Like everybody got their own style of life, but I mean, it ain't for me.
The shit's scary though. It's scary now because I mean, they getting like so good to the point they damn can't look. Yeah,
who getting so good?
Like the makeup or the surgery.
So you like that shit?
No, I'm saying.
No, I get what you're saying. I done been on the gram a couple of times and I done been looking.
You like a couple pictures?
Nah, I ain't like no pictures or nothing like that. But I just saying, I just like some pictures you like just make you look like you look a little extra harder, like something just don't seem right. And then, like it could be a girl. Girl could just look like her daddy, but you know what I'm saying? Like you don't. It's a thin line between that. You know what I'm saying? It's like. Are you a girl or are you the homie from back in the day? You know?
Right.
That's a scary thing to think about. And then you got your kids growing up in it too, so it's just like, what's gonna be the next generation after us? Like, you know, it's gonna be a lot of that. So it's something like you gotta prepare your kids to like kind of learn to live with that, because it's like that's gonna be in the classrooms and stuff. So it's a lot different from when we was in grade school and stuff like that. You know, it's like maybe that one kid, but everybody knew who it was in school like that. When now it's like,
no, I mean back when we was in there, niggas was fruity, but niggas wasn't like on no trans junk. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh yeah, that nigga gay.
Well, I mean drag queens, like technically, is that
I'm saying like back when we but I'm saying like when we was like in middle school. Like,
well, you talking about the kids?
Yeah, what he just said though, like it's gonna be, and it was like for sure. I mean, but like now it's prevalent that you have kids like, oh well, I identify as a woman. I mean, as a girl and a little boy. You know what I'm saying? But when we was kids, it was just like, oh, that nigga gay. But now it's like, oh, well, I'm taking it a tad further and I'm a girl. Like, all right,
I think that where I see the problem is that like y'all seen that headline where it's like this transgender girl or boy just won like the wrestling state championship, like that kind of stuff. It's like
technically she was born a girl.
Okay.
She was trying to become a guy.
Okay.
Was she beating niggas' ass?
Yeah, because she was taking hormones to become a guy, and that's where it's fucked up at, because she's clearly taking something to
damn near like steroids type shit.
Right.
Okay.
So that's where it's kind of that's I didn't know that at first, but I thought she was a dude trying to become a girl. Because there are those cases. I think it's an MMA fighter who was a dude and then got a sex change, and now he's beating people like girls' ass.
So if a dude get a sex change, then he like, okay, well, you know you don't cut off your dick or whatever. But then he's still like, oh, like girls. So does that nigga identify as a lesbian now?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like that shit is confusing. Like I don't understand that shit at all.
Cause like Caitlyn Jenner, I don't know.
But Caitlyn Bruce, whatever, he still like girls though. So is that nigga a lesbian or is that nigga just? You feel me? It's like, bro, that shit is so weird.
I don't even think of. That's like I don't know. That's a puzzle. I can't figure out.
Yeah, that's just something we gotta let the world figure out.
Yeah, like when it comes to that, I don't even care enough to get too deep into all that.
So you gotta be careful on what you say too, because you know, like you could become public enemy number one. If you say the wrong thing about it. So it's just it's best to, you know, it's just like
except on First Amendment podcast, when you say whatever you want on whatever you say, we are against politically correct. So if you feel away, man, say that shit.
No, but like in a year when we get bigger, they gonna dig up.
Right, the niggas not gonna fuck with us.
We gonna get banned. Nobody gonna let us record there no more. iTunes gonna kick us off.
I mean, I think we definitely need more stuff that's not politically correct. Right. I mean, like that's just what the world is.
That shit is lame.
Like, I mean, you think about it, like I'm teaching again over in Harper Woods, so you know, like a lot of stuff just in kids in general, and they at the lunch table, they gonna make jokes about each other. It's not like they being horrible or evil. That's just what kids do. Like, you know, as like the parents may feel like, you know, people being a little more sensitive or stuff like that. But it's like it's not too much harsh intent behind it. It's just a lot of social skills not taught. So like for me to crack a joke on you might be my way of breaking the ice. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think.
I think that's like, exactly what it is.
Yeah, I don't think it's nothing to be so like, oh my God, we got to get rid of this kid or something. So like it's just like the world. Like you go to a meeting at work, your boss might crack a joke on you because he's nervous to start this meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna quit your job or like, you know what I'm saying, start a riot. That's just some people that's how they way of communicate.
I think it became such a problem when I think media fucks everything up because they highlight a bad situation to where people don't have a choice but to make it as the rule, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's like I mean the prime example is like gang violence in like Detroit. I mean you look at all of us, like our skin color, we are clearly not doing the shit that you see black people portrayed as on TV, but since that's what's on TV, people just assume that we are that certain way. And I feel like it's the same thing. Like when people get bullied, the pictures or the stories of people that's killing themselves off of getting bullied is being out there. So people think like that shit is way worse than what's really happening. You feel me?
And I definitely feel that it's like media has a huge part to play in like a lot of stuff. Like I mean, I honestly just sit back and it's kind of hard to watch TV and TV shows because as we've grown, like they just assassinated the black male's character so bad. Like it's more black dudes getting like softer roles, or like it's more guys. It's like it's not that often where you see it's a black successful show with a leading male character, and he's like a CEO or somebody like a highly held person in the community. And if it is, they cancel it because it usually the black people start watching it too much, and they're like, hold on, we don't want y'all niggas getting too happy now, calm it down. So it's like media definitely knows what they're doing with that. Like they don't want us to grow, but it's just like that's why we like how y'all doing, y'all building your own stream of media. We gotta just keep supporting our own people that's doing stuff like that.
I agree, man, but actually I wanted to talk about it before, like on the last one that we had, and it's like when we do come together, bro, like it's positive and it's negative. You know what I'm saying? Negative for the white people, but it's positive for us. You feel me? And like when we did come together, bro, it was like I want to talk about the Black Wall Street. You feel me? And we actually had a thriving economy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they got like burned down.
No, not burnt, nigga. It got tarnished. It got, you know what I'm saying. They came with bombs, dropping bombs, and nigga, it was tanks, and it was police force. It was KKKs. It was, you know what I'm saying. They came into the community and just destroyed everything that we had. You know what I'm saying. It's like it's like really like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying? Because whenever we do it for like, cause it's like, all right, well you can't rock with us in this way, so do for yourself. You do for yourself, then all right, now we about to burn that shit down, cause nigga y'all doing too much. We don't want y'all to get too empowered. Then you got the next nigga feeling like he can be empowered, so let me just stop what y'all doing now. Let me kill y'all up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's not crazy, but like the listeners, viewers, whatever, you know, educate yourself on the Black Wall Street. If you haven't heard about it, you know, it was like we had about 600 businesses in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You feel me? It was like we had our own law firms. You feel me? We had our own school. What was it? Postal service. You feel me? Grocery stores, movie theaters. Like literally our own economy. You ain't have to go nowhere for nothing. They came and blew that shit up. Like I'm talking planes. Like really blew that shit up.
Yeah, the history of the country is pretty fucked up. You know?
But the thing is, they don't even teach that in school. And I found this out after college, after high school. You feel me? Like I was a flight attendant. I went to Tulsa and it was an activist. She was coming back for her like 50th anniversary from high school, and she gave me this book on Black Wall Street, and I never heard of it before that. You feel me? She like, nigga, yeah, it was here. You know what I'm saying? You got to do your research. The same with the bombers in Philadelphia, people never heard of. The same with the Tuskegee Airmen. You know what I'm saying? People never heard of. It's a lot of stuff that people never heard of, but it's like, bro, we here, we been here.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I think the worst thing about that is, like, I went to Troy High School, and we did not, my 3 years I was there, we didn't go over Black History Month. Like, Black History, it was just February over there, you know? So it's just like, and it's getting like that in a lot more schools, like Black History Month, like they're doing the same projects, Martin Luther King and stuff like that, but it's like, Black History Month and all the people that did so much for Black people, it's so much bigger than that. It's like we don't never, like, it just scratch the surface. They don't never dig deep into the classrooms. I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, I know they trying not to educate us on our own. So you really gotta like get up and do it yourself to go educate yourself. Because if you leave it up to them, they gonna tell you what they want you to know. Right. That's period. With anything, you really need to go educate yourself.
Yeah, and that's really what it is, though. You gotta be self-educated with everything. Honestly, like I was talking to my homie Brandy, and she used to be telling me stuff like just dropping gems before, and it's like, bro, everything that we learned is a lie. And it's like, I mean, I know that's like real broad to say, but damn near, you have to be self-educated. You have to do your own research, and that's just what it is. So, bringing all this up, like I just got a question for y'all. So, what is the craziest conspiracy that you like heard? Like crazies.
For me, I would have to say I mean, I'm sure there's obviously crazier ones, but for me, the one that I just can't really grasp is the people that think the Earth is flat. The worst, the messed up thing, like sometimes they have like valid points, but it's the fact that I'm pretty 100% sure that the Earth is not flat. So I just wonder like where and why they're saying these things.
Yeah. I don't understand the whole Earth is flat thing. Just cause if I see the moon, that shit is wrong. I see the sun, nigga, that's wrong. If the Earth and the moon have an equal gravitational, you feel me?
Yeah.
Nigga, how could the Earth be flat if the moon is wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like how?
Yeah, and I look at it
even with the lunar eclipse and shit. Like you can see planets is wrong, my nigga.
Right.
You can see that. You feel me? So
I think one of the craziest ones I heard was I mean, I kind of believed it after watching World Star videos and stuff. The Sandy Hook thing, like, it was a lot of stuff was just showing, like, when they was doing the press conferences, it was a lot of parents, like, you know, and, like, the parents of the children, like, they were showing them right before the press conference, like, you know, in the back, laughing it up, having, like, a little chat.
You talking about the shooting?
Yeah, and then, you know what I'm saying, they was trying to hyperventilate to make themselves look like they was crying.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like, when you watch Scandal, like, I love Scandal, so, you know, it makes you think a little different, like, about, even when I see, like, any type of plane crash or anything, I always look, like, and see, like, who was on that, and, like, what power did they have in the government, because, you know, like, or what they had going on with a big case coming up.
That nigga Hook is wild.
You get a lot of, like, the government, it's not wild to say that the government don't get people off, like, we know they did that to MLK, so,
right. Bush did 9/11.
I still believe that too. Like I definitely believe that, and what happened in New Orleans, man. I know that shit ain't just happened.
Katrina?
Yeah, that shit ain't just happened.
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor too. I mean, that's like another instance of the government having their hand or something.
Yeah, the wildest conspiracy I heard, man, I actually believe it though, is that the slave trade wasn't as massive as the history books try to make it seem.
What would you mean?
That cause the biggest conspiracy or whatever is that black people are African American, and it's like, but how can you prove that? Like a lot of people are, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, but people are descendants from Africa for sure. But just because you are black, you know, in hue, doesn't mean that you came from Africa.
Okay.
You feel me? So, and then like when all the evidence came to me or whatever, and I'm like, I'm really like weighing it out, and it's like, bro, why would, you feel me, if you are a European settler or a colonizer or whatever, why would you bring to a country that's already populated, why would you bring some more Africans or, you know, whatever, and now you just completely outnumbered? That really doesn't make sense. And if you like really like look at all the years and all the like boats, whatever, like for instance, on a cruise ship, it was about 10 to 20 crew members, allegedly, right? You got 20 crew members, like at the max, you got 20 crew members and 150 slaves. What sense do that make? Why would you bring 150 more people to, you know what I'm saying, that you oppressing? They gon', you know what I'm saying, somebody's gonna be like, bro, no, this isn't the way it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Then like once you like really add that up, and it's like, bro, well, did people really come from Africa? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that didn't happen at all, don't get me wrong. But just from the history books, it wasn't as massive as they tried to make it seem. So a lot of people did not come from Africa.
So why do you think the reasoning behind them not saying that we were already here?
Because they don't want us to know that what we are owed. Meaning, a lot of people are actually indigenous to this land. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are actually Native American, and the Native American portrait that they try to paint, you know what I'm saying, is the Pocahontas type. You know what I'm saying? That you're like of a pale skin with gray hair and all this stuff, and it's like not so. That's not really true at all. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the indigenous copper-colored Aborigine people from Turtle Island, aka North America, is black. You feel me? And once you like do the research on that, and then you like look into the Indian Removal Act. But what is that? That's I think it was like 1830. You know, and it was like ratified that we're gonna move the black people to Tulsa, Oklahoma, or Oklahoma period. You feel me? And like when you look into the verbiage of that law, of all that stuff, you see that was really pertaining to black people, and they don't want you to know that because, nigga, once you know that you Native American, you got that in your blood, nigga, you're owed money. And that's what it all boiled down to. So if you like look at it like,
they get paid monthly.
Man, that, but it's, nigga, they owe millions of dollars because it's a lot of niggas who don't know that they're owed this. You feel me? And if you listen to a lot of black people, they say we was owed 40 acres and a mule, right? Have you all heard that?
Yeah, definitely.
Black people wasn't owed shit. We wasn't owed. Black people wasn't owed 40 acres and a mule.
Right.
The Native Americans was owed 40 acres and a mule. You know what I'm saying? So once you like dig into that, we start seeing that, nigga, that all that stuff pertains to you, meaning that black is really synonymous for Native American. But if you don't know who you are and they get you and all that, nigga, you just out here lost, and you just like, oh yeah, I'm African American. But really, a lot of quote unquote African Americans are really indigenous to this land. You feel me? So, but once I did my research, I ain't gonna go too into it, even though I just did. But it's like it's crazy.
Yeah. And is there like, you said there's a book on this? Or you just...
I'm pretty sure it's books. It's books. It's websites. It's YouTube. It's bro. It's a lot of stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? But if you like really look into what happened, you see that was you. Like for instance, Black Wall Street. If you look at the Indian Removal Act, where did they send the Native Americans? They sent them to Oklahoma. Black Wall Street was in Oklahoma. Like literally just probably like 20 years, 30 years apart from that. But they the same people. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, I want to say it was not Thurgood Marshall. What's the other nigga name? I forgot his name.
Johnny Cobb.
No. But it's another nigga though. I can't think of his name right now. But
he a lawyer?
No, he was just the one who deemed it as Black Wall Street.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't black. It was, that's who he was before. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that they really are Native American. Right. It's like they painted a picture, but if you don't go off the white history books and go off, you know, your real, like, you know, like real knowledge and stuff, you will see that this is who you are. This is, you know what I'm saying? A lot like, bro, it wouldn't make no sense to bring a whole bunch of Africans to a populated place. What? You know what I'm saying? Granted, everybody look alike, you feel me? Because every indigenous person will look of a darker hue because we the ones. You know what I'm saying? But that's just what it is.
I'm trying to get, how come the Native Americans didn't get enslaved?
They did. They was you and me. The black people who was enslaved, it was really, like, some of them was prisoners of war, some of them was indentured service, and that's why they had a whole bunch of laws saying, like, okay, well, after this is over, you know, after you show us how to till the land, we're going to give you A, B, and C. And that's why it was, bro, if you look at the agreement between America and the Native Americans, it was so many. It was so many, but the America government kept reneging on what they was going to give them. They'd be like, all right, we'll give you Oklahoma. Then once they gave them that, they was trying to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's like, all right, we got to push y'all more west. You feel me? So I think it's like, I ain't going to make up a number, but it's so many reservations that they have for the Native Americans. But it used to be so much more. Yeah. Because remember, they started as...
Yeah, so I'm talking about those Native Americans. How come they didn't make all of them slaves?
Who?
The Native Americans that we know today.
Well, because like if you like do the research and you look up $5 Indian, you see that like the Europeans who came over here, they was actually able to, because it was like stuff granted to our ancestors, like land, government promises, like a whole bunch of like money, all that stuff. So once you come over here and you see like, okay, well damn, they got it sweet. How do I get that? Then it was all a finesse that they was actually able to buy. Like, I'm a Native American. I'm Indian, and they pay literally $5 for every man, woman, and child. So those pale skinned Indians, you know, they could literally, like, if you Google $5 Indian, you will see all that, like, online. You feel me? And then they changed it from us because, like, when I did the research, bro, it's a whole bunch of Native Americans who was like actually light skinned, dark skinned, bro, like just all that. You feel me? Nigga, afros, dreadlocks, all that, bro. But in the history books, it's just the Pocahontas kind. And it's like, and the dude was just saying, I did watch a little thing on YouTube, and he was just kind of like, bro, that's only one tribe. If you break down your family, you got your immediate family, then you got your.
It's a lot.
Everybody look different.
Your lineage go pretty steep, but I mean, it got lost in the records of the whites.
And they hammed us. And that's really what it boiled down to. That niggas is old money, so they like, no, if you don't know who you is, then you good. You feel me? Yeah. So, know who you is, do your research, all that.
Hold up, this is Michael.
Yeah, your shit.
Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, that is pretty crazy.
And I'm, you know, y'all know me, man. I'm into all that.
Yeah.
But once you do your research, bro, it just get crazy.
Yeah. Alright, so so you wanted to mention, you forgot to mention at the beginning about.
No, I ain't forget at all, man. We just jumped right into it.
Yeah.
But RP, man, Deron, the late great D Hanks, you feel me? Deron, man, lady boy, he had passed away in a car accident. I was notified as I got to work. It was a crazy story, man. I was on my way to work. I take Telegraph to work. You feel me? And I was late because it was a car accident. Damn near mad. Like, damn, why it's a car accident? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I try to like go do a detour, and I go around, and I see the accident. You feel me? I see like a car was like smashed, like damn near level to the tires, not low the tires. Yeah. It was damn near like, you feel me? So I had said a quick prayer, like God bless whoever in there with you. Then I ended up going to work. My god brother called me while I'm at work, like, yeah, bro, Deron died. I'm like, bro, what? Shut the, you know what I'm saying? Shut up, bro. He like, yeah, he got in a car accident. I'm like, where was it? And he told me it was on 9 Mile Telegraph, so that just really messed with me because that was the way I was going to work. That was the accident that I seen. You feel me? And I'm like, I just was just imagining, like, damn, he was in this car. You feel? I don't know if he was in that car or not, but just the car that I seen, I'm just like, damn. So, my condolences just definitely go to his family. his friends, his loved ones. He was young, bro. He just turned 22 not too long ago, and everybody who knew him, man, he had a great head on his shoulders. You feel me? Like great head. He wasn't in too much drama. You feel me? But his head was on straight. He knew what he wanted in this life. You feel me? All that. So my prayers definitely go to his family and his loved ones.
It's just crazy how easy life can be gone. Like at any age,
you never know when your time coming, man. You definitely don't.
I feel like a lot of times we take life for granted.
Most of the times.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it's like even times like where I'm just like chill. Like that's why I feel. Like I know I was saying, like that's why I feel guilty watching Netflix and stuff like that. Like some days I need it, but some days I'm doing it. I'm like, I know I'm bullshitting. Like it's so much more I could be doing something productive to really just be living my life to the fullest, because that shit can be bad.
Yeah, no, I feel like that too, but I just love Netflix. So I like movies and TV shows.
I look at that like life's so short, man.
Yeah.
I got into traveling a lot. Like you could go a lot of places off $40. You know, like I went to Miami a couple of times. You know, in the state.
There and back $40.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Frontier. Just find any airline.
You was in the back of the plane lunch.
Nah, man, you could catch, because some flights, like I go, like if you go through like Monday through Thursday, you know, not too many people flying during them times, so you can catch a good airline flight. You know, like I went to Denver, went to I go back and forth from Arizona. That's probably where I'm gonna end up stationing myself at next, and then it's just, if you got time, like you think about that money you go spend on that bottle or whatever, you could just go buy a plane ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like for that same price, you just go out and just enjoy life and see the world. Because I mean, like you said, you never know when your time gonna come. So you gotta go out and see the world and enjoy it instead of being inside the house. Because you can do that stuff when you old. Like, like while you got the youthful body, you gotta get out and experience life while you can still do everything. Because like you turn 50, 40. You ain't gonna want to skydive or nothing like that. You ain't gonna enjoy it for real. You just be like, man, you did it, but it's like now you got, while it's like that rush is there. You definitely got to go out and just enjoy every part of life that you can. Definitely, like, cause I do everything for my grandmother. Like she recently passed 2 days after Christmas, so like it's like everything I do now is just I try to make sure I'm just living for her, cause I know it's so much I wanted her to see. Like she didn't even get to see how my stuff is going. Like, I just wish I had a little more time with her, but you know, everybody's time comes, so I definitely try to just live on and keep traveling the world and showing my family stuff they ain't never seen, you know, especially being the first one to graduate from college, so it's like, I'm changing our family history, you know what I'm saying, so I'm definitely trying to show them different ways, so like my nieces and, you know, nephews and stuff, when they grow up, they gonna see they can do a lot more than what we accustomed to, you know, so it just takes one person to do all that, and so we getting there slowly but surely.
Yeah, 100%. What was that quote that you had? It was similar to what?
It's still like how much time?
Oh, bro.
Yeah, it's like about 15.
What time was it?
49.
Oh, we started like 5:01.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Well, you gonna have to put up my phone over there. I don't got my phone.
Oh, well, shoot, then I'm gonna have to do mine. It's
I think I got it.
Huh?
I think I got one.
Oh, you got it?
No. I mean, still put yours. I'm trying to see if it's in my computer.
Actually start doing the show.
You said when did we? I got it here.
Oh, okay.
We started in like December, but we didn't put it out till January.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Cause we were trying to see the vibe, trying to see like, you know, all the particulars, you know what I'm saying? So
saying y'all be having some good guests on here, man. Y'all growing.
Yeah, definitely
this is the city podcast. You feel me? Trying to make it, you know, tangible for everybody. Like, you know, like on the radio stations, don't nobody really get to talk about what they doing unless they have musicians. You feel me? So it's a way for the entrepreneurs, you know, people to get out, you know, and do whatever it is that you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Wonderful thing, man. People need the exposures too. So,
Facts.
I mean, and you know, it's good to give everybody a voice, because you know,
Facts.
a lot of us in the city, especially when you're black, man, you gotta pay to have a voice. You gotta do so much stuff. It's ridiculous. Like it's tough coming up. It's like especially trying to be like build your own business and brand, because everybody. So I gotta be the top dog when it's just like, man, it's like if you just stick to your march, if everybody stay in their lane, we'll be good. We can help each other without swerving until we beat each other.
Right.
Stick to what you're good at.
Yeah. Hey, you got some family in Pittsburgh?
Nah.
Oh, you just look like Wiz.
Oh, I was thinking.
You look just like this nigga Wiz.
That's funny. I used to hear that a lot, man. I used to hear that a lot. Like especially like towards the end of high school and like freshman year of college.
You look just like this nigga, bro. Like this whole time I'm just thinking like, oh, this nigga look like somebody. And it just hit me like, bro, look like Wiz, bro.
That's funny.
But man, RP again to the Round Dog, friends and family. Everybody keep your head up, pray. You know, nothing happened without God knowing or permitting it to happen. But the quote of the day is, or quote of the week, is in a blink of an eye, everything can change. So forgive often and love with all your heart. You may never know when you may not have that chance again.
Yeah, and that's real because, I mean, fit in right with that. Like, I'm sure at 22, he didn't expect that to happen.
Facts.
Nobody do, you know?
Nobody did.
Yeah,
That's a good quote, man. Like, cause it's funny is like my mama just sent our group chat. It's like always answer the phone when your mom calls. She was like, one day she might not get that call no more.
Yeah, that's
like,
deep. Cause I definitely don't answer my mama call.
Yeah, sometimes I don't. I mean, I be in the heat of stuff, rushing.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna call you right back, but like now I definitely try to make sure I gotta stop.
Cause she said that.
Yeah,
that's
it
real.
just sit on my head. Like even though I'm like, man, I know I'm probably about to get cussed out or something. Like I'm just like, whatever. I'm just about to answer the phone and deal with it, cause like she can't talk to her mom no more, you know. So it's like, I couldn't even imagine how I'd be like that. I'd probably be walking around here evil as hell. Like so.
Yeah. No, I feel it. Yeah, for this next 30 days, I'm making one of my goals to call somebody every day. And I mean, it could be the same person, but you know, just cause I feel like I don't talk to my family enough or my friends enough, so I feel like that's a little challenge I got for me for this next 30 days. So
that's real.
Yeah,
that's a good challenge.
But the quote, man, I just feel like it's real, it's raw, it's, you know what I'm saying? Cause literally in the blink of an eye, anything could happen.
Yeah.
I had a pastor who used to say like, you only one step away from a catastrophe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything could be going good. Nigga, you could take one step, nigga, you got a massive heart attack, nigga, everything like, you know what I'm saying? Anything could happen, bro. Any type of catastrophe, whatever you think it is, you know what I'm saying? It's like, cherish what you got while you got it, because everything will not be what it is in the future. You know what I'm saying? So even if it's going good, it can go bad. It can be better. You know what I'm saying? But cherish it while you got it, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause like you just said with your mama, like everything going, like for right now, you just starting the Black Amazon. You know what I'm saying? It's like you still got your mama, but in the future, you feel me?
She ain't gonna always be.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like cherish those moments. Even, you know what I'm saying? Just cherish everything that you got, bro. Because you never know when or like how it'll be taken from you. You know what I'm saying? And that also keep you humble too. You feel me? Because you just never know what could possibly happen.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons I don't like going out like that no more. Like I rather just spend that time with my family, like, you know, because you go out, that could be your last night ever coming back to the crib. You might
don't
get
even
shot.
think about that.
It's like everybody, you get caught up in the turn up, but you gotta think. Everybody walk around with straps. People getting drunk.
Yeah.
So you know, like some drunk driving in the little you might bump somebody in the club. That turned into like, damn, you got shot up. Like damn, like I just bumped you. I said my bad too. You know what I'm saying?
People
like,
got so much pride and they feel like they gotta prove something.
It's a false pride too, bro.
Yeah, over nothing.
Niggas just feel like they got something to prove, and it's like, bro, really don't nobody give a damn about you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You like, damn, this nigga just bumped me. I ain't gonna look like a whole ass nigga, bro. Ain't nobody said you gonna look like a whole ass nigga.
People don't even know you.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a false pride.
And it's gonna be, they would have forgot as soon as you went home.
As soon as you went to the crib, niggas gonna be like, oh yeah, that nigga a whole ass nigga. He got bumped in and do shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Instead of, oh, this nigga got bumped, he done shot everybody named Mom. You know what I'm saying?
One of the crazy situations I think about is, y'all know about the Bar 7 shooting, right?
Yeah.
When the story came out, that dog,
over the haircut?
Yeah, over his haircut. Like,
bro.
Like, when he shot up the dude, or shot up the barber.
It was a barber, bro.
Yeah,
it was a barber and his client.
He was mad because his barber wouldn't answer.
His barber wouldn't answer. He was trying to get tight. He didn't answer, so he like, man, fuck you.
You know what I'm saying? Club, like I can't come out because you out here chilling. You ain't there, so my call. So he felt like spraying the spot. Like,
yeah, but I heard they like got into it. Then the bouncers kicked him out, and he fell. And once he fell, he felt like, you know, like embarrassed. So then he started spraying it or whatever. I don't know if that's true or not. But regardless of the fact, niggas do too much, man.
You wake up
niggas
in that
so
cell
much,
the next
dog.
day, you just gotta think like, damn,
Was that shit really worth
was it worth
Man, not only that, dog. Man, there's mamas, bro, who gotta bury kids.
it? That too.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, stuff like that, man. At the end of the day, don't nothing be worth somebody losing a family member,
Right.
bro. Like nothing is worth. Even if I beat your ass, nigga, you still can go to the crib with a bloody eye.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you're not dead.
Right.
You feel me? So a lot of stuff, if we just really sit and think about what's really going on, like really assess the situation. So much stuff can be like resolved, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, that shit don't even matter. Like in 5 years, nigga, this isn't even conducive to my future.
Yeah.
So why would I even care for real? You know what I'm saying? But
Pride is poison sometimes.
Facts.
People make
A lot of
short-term
times it is.
decisions with long-term consequences.
Pride come before the fall, man. Always remember that. Like once the pride come, you will surely fall if you got a whole bunch of pride.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel it.
So,
On that
that's
note,
really it, man.
yeah,
So,
yeah. So
tell us where can we follow you at, man? Where can we keep any updates or anything like that? Like,
Y'all can follow me on Instagram at shop.detroit and on the website www.malldetroit.com. Y'all can sign up on the emailing list. If there's any vendors out there that's looking to push their brand or test the online market, you know, just shoot us an email on there on the home page. Just scroll to the bottom. We got a little subject box where you can just shoot us some pictures what you got going on and what you're trying to get going on. Any brand ambassadors looking to push the Blessed brand, you know, just give us a shout or email, and we'll get back with you as soon as possible because we about to start pushing it a lot heavier this summer. So we definitely want to try to help get some people some money in their pockets. So if you think you can push it, just let us know. We'll test it out, see how it go.
that's what it is. Mr. Sanders, man, where can we follow you at, man?
you already know Napoleon 721 at Instagram is pretty much the only thing I use. And if you want to follow me on Snapchat, ANDRE 721.
Ladies, send news if you follow them on Snapchat. If you're not sending news, man, don't follow the boy.
I'll put that on my Instagram. I'll just put send news and put my Snapchat shit
Y'all
on.
not sending news, man. Don't even add niggas if you're not sending news.
Snapchat we got too.
Yeah, Snapchat on some bullshit.
It's too complicated.
Yeah, I know. I hate that new update. Like,
I don't like that whole map shit or nothing.
Before we get too far off, though, y'all can follow the kid too. Underscore K 2 times. You know what I'm saying? That's with a Z on the gram. And underscore K 2 times. It's the letter K number 2 times. You know what I'm saying? With an S on Twitter and with a Z on Instagram.
alright, that's.
Tell y'all mamas to follow me. Aunties to follow me. I need, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Sherman if you nasty. All of it. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what it is for today, man. First Amendment.
Alright.
iTunes, SoundCloud, all that. You dig?
Alright, we are out.
You got any another fight coming up anytime soon?